Ashira.
Multiplication is addition. So tuongeza nini? At least 3. Mumeshika? Hata huku China wakaenda mpaka 2 children. Mulisikia hiyo? Sasa wanasema 3 children. Wakimultiply namna hiyo, in 2030 atakuwa mchinese. Unashika? By 2055 wawili kwa 4 watakuwa mchinese. 50% of the population itakuwa nani? Chinese wanajua Mungu. The young people to register and vote. Your voices must count this time. It has always counted, but this time the biggest way ever.
Since my good friend has the capacity to predict that the price of petroleum is going to come down, or he has information, and I hope, as I said before, that it comes and is welcome information. We would like him to insist that this region that gave him a lot of votes, in fact, I believe he got 75% of the votes of this region, that he henceforth insists that his handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta must remove the take or pay, which has caused anguish to the communities here for the last 5 years. It has destroyed, almost destroyed, the economy of this county. Remove it, remove it, remove it. The second point I want to make is to do with something that we also understand is coming in the distant future, not too distant future. That is an increase in the debt ceiling in this country. The current debt ceiling in this country is at 9 trillion. 9 trillion, which is 90% of GDP. It's important to understand when this government took power in 2013 from the very capable hands of President Mwai Kibaki, GDP to debt was at 30%. It is now 90%. We understand very reliably that in the not too distant future, this figure is going to be presented to Parliament to be increased. To be increased to the tune of 12 trillion. That is 120% of GDP. That means for every 100 shillings Kenyans earn, they will now owe 120 every single year. In summary, every Kenyan and those who are not born owe this republic in terms of domestic debt to banks and outside republics to the tune of almost 300,000 shillings. I call on my good friend, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, to ensure that party members of Parliament do not approve that ceiling. This is a test, because that ceiling means more pain to all of us. I hope and pray that they listen. Because if they don't, they shall suffer the wrath of Mwananchi in the next election. And that wrath shall be wholesome. It shall be wholesome. I say this today with clarity. We shall forgive all of you. All of you. Raila Amolo Odinga has not declared his candidature. If Oparanya is stepping down on his behalf and he has not declared, well and good. If the race is between I and Raila, I am welcoming it. And I reaffirm what I said yesterday. It is important that we are transparent in these elections. The whole country is looking at what ODM does. And ODM has a responsibility as one of the oldest standing parties in this republic to show the country that it is democratic. I myself do not intend to stand down for anybody. I want the people to decide at the ballot in Kasarani. The 3,000 delegates choose the party leader. That is where I am going. A lot of these parties that are now being formed, especially the ones here, were in ODM. And it goes to test what I am saying. That my party leader is no longer a unifier. He is no longer the unifier that was. So people are breaking away. It is a very sad case because these were ODM members. I am a unifier. I have stood for everybody, every culture, every person in this republic. I have stood on the right side of history. I am a unifier. My prayer and hope is that we evolve in this country probably a two-party state. Because a two-party state can then debate issues of ideology, philosophy of a party, economy, rather than regions. Regions should all be represented in those two parties. Let us up the debate. It must be beyond regions. We want to talk about issues that affect all of us, because most of the issues affect all of us. The economic issues affect all of us. My prayer and hope is to be one big giant ODM, and I'm the unifier for that party. My message is very clearly, especially to the youth. In this county alone, I think we have potential of getting another 240,000 kuras. Register, register, register. The young people of this country are going to be about 70% of the vote. Register, register, register. Do not allow anybody to determine your future. You must determine your future. Your future is now. Register en masse everywhere in this republic. We are also, in the offices we're opening, going to be helping you if you need help with IDs, if you need help with understanding the registration process. We intend personally, with the offices of ODM that we're opening, to also extend that service. It is important that the young people especially come out and register. This is your time. Don't let people decide your future. You decide it for yourselves.
I am standing because I can see bigger Goliaths ahead, bigger dangers. And those dangers, we must stand up as Davids. And I ask you all to be the new Davids. Do not be afraid. Musimame tele. Museme no more. No more, no more, no more. Hold it with heart and vision. Ya kwamba you will not allow this pain that we are all feeling to continue.